So hey guys, in today's class we are going to learn about narrative essays. So what are narrative essays? Well, the key word here is the word narration. So basically, narrative essays is a story written about personal experiences. And since it's a story about a personal experience, it's always written in first person. So when I say first person, I mean we use the pronoun I because it's my personal experience. That's why I would use the first person I. Sometimes authors do use he or she, but mostly when writing a narrative essay, we should use the first person, that is I, because it's a personal experience, it's my story. And lastly, whatever events we are describing in the essay, they need to be in a sequence. So if I am telling you about my experience at the vegetable market, then it should start with, probably me leaving the house, getting into the car, then reaching the vegetable market, buying some vegetables and getting back home. So events in a sequence. So these are the three things that one must keep in mind when we talk about or when we learn about narrative essays. So what makes a narrative essays so interesting, and why are people interested in a good narrative? Why? But before we answer this question or get to this question, let's identify what consists of a good narrative essay. So here we have two sentences. I am sad. It's I am sad. Let's look at the second sentence. I just knew I was going to cry. I felt hot tears fill my eyes and I couldn't control the quiver of my bottom lip. So what's the difference between the first sentence and the second sentence? They are both saying or expressing that the person or I am sad, but in the first person we are just telling the reader. So we are telling here, and in the second statement we are showing the reader and not telling. So this here, show don't tell, is the golden rule of writing a very good narrative. So when we say show don't tell, what I mean is that we have to focus on the five senses of the reader. So I'm just going to write it here. Focus on the senses. Focus on the five senses. So what I mean by show and don't tell is that we should make the reader's experience what we have written. So we should take them to a land which is our land through the words that we write, and they have to focus or hit the five senses of the reader. That is, they should be able to feel what we are feeling, see what we are seeing, smell what we are smelling. So we should create an experience for them, and that is a good narrative essay. When we show the reader what we are trying to say and not just tell them, and we focus on their five senses. So this is the golden rule. Well, this is something that you all must always remember. Just remember these two things here. Show, don't tell, and focus on five senses. So we know what a good narrative essay consists of now. Let's move on to why people are interested in writing a good narrative essay. That's because the first thing is narrative essays are pretty entertaining. So they can be funny, they can be sad, they can take you through a whole emotional roller coaster. And that is the second reason why people are so interested in a good narrative essay, because there is an emotional connect, I would say, that the readers feel. So if I wrote about something, if I wrote about scoring low marks in exams and then proving myself in the next exam by scoring high marks, then if that's something that you have been through too, then there is an instant connect. So we have connected over the story that I have written, and that is why people are so interested in narrative essays, or should I say good or great narrative essays, because they are interesting, they are entertaining, they are engaging, and most importantly, there is an emotional connect between the reader and the writer. So I hope you all have understood what a narrative essay is. A narrative essay is basically a story written about one's personal experience, and normally narrative essays are written in the first person, I, or if you're talking about you and someone else, then you can use we, which is the first person again. Just remember this golden rule here, you all must show and not tell. What I mean by that is through your words, you all should make the readers experience what you're going through, and you'll do that by focusing on their 5 senses. So that's it. That is what a narrative essay is all about. Let's move on to the next type of essay.